Monsters. Gotta love having a variety of monsters in your D&D games. And this week, I want to keep our Foundry VTT theme going and look at how we can get some additional monsters on this virtual tabletop platform and how we could use it not just for our virtual games, but our in-person games as well. So let's get into it. Hello everybody, I'm Joe and this is the DM Toolbox, your go-to place to get all the tools you need to enhance your D&D games. Today, I want to take a look at some monsters in Foundry VTT. So I've been on a bit of a kick here lately. We're doing a little series on ways we can use Foundry not only as a virtual tabletop, but as a campaign management tool. And we've been looking at a lot of products from Kobold Press, and we're going to continue that today, taking a look at one of their monster books, Creature Codex. So this is a product that has, at least from the book point of view, has been out for quite a while. I actually did a review on the Creature Codex book probably about a year ago on my channel. But it's a great monster book. It's probably my favorite of the three monster books right now. There's some great stuff in there like the Swobold and a few other really just fun monsters. And they recently got the book out in Foundry VTT just in this past month or so, and it's a pretty solid product. So we're gonna take a look today, just take a quick look at the monsters. This is not really gonna be a review so much on the product, but more of let's see how we can use it, right? It's always good to have more monsters in our game, right? Monster Manual is fine, and there's other monster books from Wizards, but when we really want to switch it up and really throw some curveballs at our players, there's probably no better monster books out there than the series from Kobold Press, which is Tome Beast 2, and Creature Codex, and soon to come out Tome Beast 3. So far, Kobold Press has Tome Beasts and Creature Codex out on Foundry, and the others I'm sure are going to be coming out pretty soon. So let's take a quick look over at Creature Codex. All right, here we are taking a look at the product here in my Foundry instance. And it is basically just a compendium, right? So if I come over to compendiums, Creature Codex is right here. And it's got quite a bit of monsters in it, right? There's nearly 400 monsters in this book, in this compendium. This is complete with artwork. Not only do we have the normal art, which, when we're running version 10 of Foundry here, we can, view this art when we import the characters in here. You can right click and you can view character artwork and show this to your players if you want. But there's the tokens as well. So I know this is a world map, but we can drop tokens out here and you can see, full token art for everything as well. So, everything you want is here. It's fleshed out nicely. All your, conditions and things like that, your senses, biographies, if they have spells, their spells are in here, their features are in here. Everything has an icon, everything, rolls and works great, right? I just rolled this attack. We can roll that and roll the damage. And it is, it all works great. So we have more monsters. We have 400 new monsters for our virtual tabletop games, right? But what if we're not playing on virtual tabletop? What if we're playing at home? How does this benefit us? Well, a few ways. One, just the searchability, right? I can come right into the compendium, and if I know the monster I'm looking for, I can pull that up right away just with a quick search. So I found my Swobold. I have my stat block here. I can come in here. I can click on these, and I can see all the features and stuff like that. I don't have to roll stuff, but if I wanted to roll in game, I could do that here. Just like clicking on these because they do have the damage rolls. So I could use an in-game roller as a DM if I wanted to. Another thing that's nice too with Foundry is I can manage my combats in here. So I can create my players in here. Like I've got two player actors in here. Let's just say I want to do a combat with them. I can, basically drag them onto the canvas. My players don't even have to see this. And I can just add them to the initiative tracker. And they will show up, for combat right up here. So I can do that, And then I can also bring in, a monster as well. So if I want to add this monster to the combat, and then I can just use this for tracking my initiative behind the DM screen. So I can have my players roll, and I can, I can manually input them. I can say my crab rolled a 15. I don't even have to roll dice. Player one says, they rolled a 7 or whatever. I can manually change that with a module. And I can keep track of my combat right here. And there's some great modules. That's another thing about Foundry is all the module use. So for instance, there's a great module called Combat Carousel that I like to use. Even when I'm doing my in-person games, it gives me a nice combat tracker across the top of the screen that kind of goes horizontally. That makes it really easy to track and change initiative and stuff like that. So we can use the initiative tracker in here as well, which is super, super handy. And I can, pull up the stat blocks quick and do whatever I need to from behind the DM screen without having to flip through a book or have all the cards or whatever. I can have it all out on my screen. Hey guys, I just want to take a quick second while we're doing this to pause and just remind you, if you like this video, if you like what I'm doing, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. We're doing great. I love to build this channel up some more. And if you like this content, you like this video, make sure you give it a like. Another really nice thing you can do in Foundry is since Creature Codex is a compendium, I can pull up my compendium browser. Now this is a module I would get, but I can browse through all my different stuff. So if I go to the NPC browser, here's everything in Creature Codex. And I actually went in to my settings here and I unchecked all of my other compendiums and just have my Creature Codex compendium checked for the purposes of this tutorial. But I can have my Tome of Beast and my, my SRD monsters and whatever other monsters I put in here. And I can now sort by CR. So if I'm looking for, let's say, a CR1 creature, I can do that. And here's all my CR1s. Or maybe I want to search for just dragons. I can do that. Or I can combine the two. Let's say I want to search for any phase that are less than CR5. I can do that. So finding, narrowing down monsters quickly is super handy when you're dealing with the virtual tabletop because we have all these filtering abilities. So it's yet another advantage. One other one that I had hoped to show you in this video, but I can't, is that they do have some encounter builders for Foundry, but Foundry recently updated to version 10, and some of those encounter builders haven't been updated to version 10 yet. But when they are, you can pretty much open up a tab here, drag your allies, drag your opponents in, and it'll give you, a basic encounter builder very similar to, any CR calculator. Just does it quickly, says whether it's going to be an easy, medium, hard, deadly, what the daily budget is, just working off of those tools in the Dungeon Master's Guide that explain how encounter balance is done. And a lot of that probably going to change when D&D 1 drops, but hopefully they kind of update the modules to keep that, that ability to have your encounters, more in check. So a lot of really convenient things you can do to manage your monsters and manage your encounters when you're using a product like Foundry. Creature Codex being this massive repository of 400 new monsters, it can be a lot, right? That's a lot of monsters. And, what do I do with this when I come in? It's just this list of monsters. So having, rather than flipping through a book or flipping through a PDF, I can use the tools available for me to start to filter and figure out what I want to use from this book a lot more easily. So yet another reason I find that these Foundry, the Foundry as a campaign management tool is a really, really great idea. So what do I recommend? I recommend that you definitely check out Creature Codex from Kobold Press on Foundry. And I suggest you look at a lot of these other products we've been talking about on Foundry because I think you're starting to see the picture here of how Foundry is more than a virtual tabletop and how you can really utilize it to make your games run smoother, to keep yourself more organized as a dungeon master and really take advantage of this amazing tool set because it really is perfect for this. We're not trying to take some other product out there that maybe wasn't designed for campaign management and use it for that. We are taking a product that is made for Dungeons and Dragons, for managing your games, and using it exactly like that. We're just kind of expanding the idea of how we can use it. Use this at your tables. Sitting at your table with your players behind your DM screen, you can be so much quicker to pull stuff up using this, right? So definitely recommend it. Definitely check it out. Creature Codex from Kobold Press. The link is in the description below. Check out the Foundry stuff for this because it's definitely been benefiting my games a whole lot. I'm going to bring you guys some more videos on these topics in the near future. Maybe we're going to look at, I think, Tome of Beasts next week, along with the Tome of Beasts layers that they put out for that one. So Creature Codex layers is not out yet. And some other really fun products from Kobold Press that I want to show you guys on Foundry. And some other really cool Foundry products from some other publishers that we can look at here in the near future. So let me know what you think about this. Let me know if there's any other Foundry products you'd like to see reviewed on the channel, or even any other books you want to see reviewed on the channel. We haven't done a book in a while. So let me know down in the comments below. And until next time, roll those dice.